Yeah, so all views and opinions in this video are, basically just my opinion or what the cards are talking about or what I feel spiritually guided to say or, basically allegedly. I don't actually know anything. I'm reading the cards and, yeah. Okay, so let's start. See, I was gonna ignore the fact that at the bottom of this deck it says storms because that's just was there when I picked it up. But then I opened up this deck and it said the storm. So yeah, we are talking about why. Like it's just something about D.L. Hugley that never sat right with me, honestly. And it's not just the Nicki thing. Like seriously, with the Monique situation, it was just weird. So he attacked her family. Disrespect her family, actually. And so she brought up the fact that his own daughter actually said he doubted her when she said that his friend or family friend SA'd her. So who the fuck does that? Like you're just as much of a criminal as the person who SA'd someone. So then he said they came out and flipped the script and said, oh, that's weaponizing SA. But isn't he doing that now by bringing up something that happened when this lady's husband was a teenager, an attempted SA that the girl supposedly tried to retract, but she couldn't, or she would have went to jail. And then all these years later, he got married, she would have sued. It's just like, it just seemed like it's about money. And I think I relate to this situation, not so much, not because I'm a fan. I don't feel like I'm a fan of nobody. I am aware of how people who are gifted, such as Nicki Minaj, she said, even in her song, she said she's the high priestess. So people are spiritually gifted, and that was an old song too. And like artistically gifted, people want what you have, and when you're not just going to give it up or give up, they're going to attack you from multiple different angles. So I'm just going to look at what his angle is. It seemed like he interject the storm and the threshold reverse. It's like they're creating storms because she won't leave or let them in, like a threshold. Hold on, let's see his archetype in the situation. Too many actually came out. The box, there's too many. Can I get one for his archetype when it comes to this? Okay. The heart reverse. So it's showing him as someone who is heartless. I think he's coming from a place of greed and following orders. Like it's not about, oh, you actually did something wrong. It's about something else. He's coming from a dark, evil place. Because what? If he was all about justice and protecting children and whoop-de-whoop, when your daughter said somebody essayed her, you would have been on it like any normal fucking person. Hers is the bridge. So and that's upright. So she's some type of medium, like the middle ground between the spiritual world, earthly realm, heaven and earth, however you want to put it. So with the water down here represents for me spirit and emotion, and for me it just shows that she's some type of medium. She that's what it's given. Let me see the prayer, the mother. So I feel like divine spirit is guiding people who understand what's going on to pray for her, because they're coming for her. Literally, like on some Dave Chappelle shit. Like literally, well, Dave Chappelle before he agreed to, I don't want want to call it selling out because technically selling your soul is going against what you feel like is right for other people, for going against your morals and values. I don't necessarily know what his morals and values is, but I do know when he came back, he started saying very weird stuff like a kid should be something about the Michael Jackson kid, like how it would have been super cool for him to say that MJ essayed him, like that's a once in a lifetime thing. Like when he came back from Africa and all that, when it was not giving him no money or no rose and they was calling him a crackhead and stuff, when he came back and started doing stand-up and stuff, he started telling jokes like that, like wouldn't you be excited if MJ tried to essay you? No. And I love Michael Jackson. Like, no, that's just crazy. It's just a lot of weird stuff. But anyway, it's given what they did to him, but they did to a lot of people, if you pay attention. The sword, the box. Yeah. So, because I guess she wouldn't fit in whatever box they try to put her in, she said a lot of shit that she wasn't supposed to say. This probably has to do with like speaking out about protecting children when it comes to getting kids to transition at a young age. That's actually unhealthy. Like I said on the other video, they can easily have seizures instead of grown people taking hormones. So for a child, that's fucking crazy. And if your brain is not developed enough, why would you make adult decisions that you can't reverse? But I feel like that's a lot of the reason. See, warrior. It's showing that this lady has a warrior spirit. He's a heartless person. And let's see if he's getting the check. Is he getting the check for coming for her? Trying to pervert and twist everything she said. For sure. The Knight of Wands, Two of Wands. The Hermit. Okay, the Hermit with these other cards, for me, is like outcasting someone. You know? Ganging up on one person. I don't know what his zodiac sign is, but I literally always got bad vibes. When I used to watch King of Comedies, I always fast forward past his part. I don't know how he got in it, but it had to be through connections, because it's not because he's actually one of the funniest people. Like, so, let's see. Did he actually know that his child was getting essayed and just didn't do anything because he with the shit? Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is a plan. The Hierophant reverse. This is the High Priest reverse. So yes, that's dark side of Taurus energy. So dark side of Taurus energy is kind of like Jim Jones. Let me turn this rain down on my TV. Yeah, so dark side of Taurus energy is kind of like Jim Jones, like a cult leader who sacrifices their following. So they use your energy for whatever they need it for, but they're giving you nothing, giving you Kool-Aid to drink that's going to off you. So they're giving you nothing of substance and like poison. So this could say he's a part of a secret society that is unethical and deceitful. This literally upright can talk about churches, organizations, communities. In the reverse, it could be, to me, dark-sided, covens, cults, secret societies, organizations. It could also talk about being an atheist or just having like a dark, twisted code that you go by. So, yes, he did know about it. The Three of Wands is a plan, established strength. the five of cups is at the bottom. So this could talk about the past, sadness. This could be a child. The princess is his representing his daughter here. So sadly, looked like he kind of offered her up. So naturally, he would be against anybody who's in the upright. Now, being in the upright do not mean that you're perfect. It just means that you are taking steps as of like the present moment. You are taking steps in order to be a better person. You're defending people who can't defend themselves. Like, if you know what upright mean, or you know what it mean. Obviously, nobody's perfect, but making a choice to be evil and making a choice to protect the person or people from evil or speak out against evil, like that's clearly two different things. So, of course, somebody who is in this energy would go against someone who's not, especially if they used to be with that type of shit or they used to shut up about it. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles upright, the Lord of Success unfulfilled. So I do feel like the Magician, some type of magic, cults, covens, like I said, that was done on her was unsuccessful. It was done in a group. If you listen to the next video I'm going to do about her, it's not going to be the very next one because I have a couple of other ones I want to do that are not necessarily celebrities, but it's like popular stories. But when I get to the next Nicki video, I'm doing how... Never mind, I can't say exactly what it is. Because people is weird. On my first tarot channel that I made in like 2017, like people would just copy and mimic you and pretend to be you, basically. So I know this is like the very beginning of this channel, but still, I'm just gonna say, if y'all listen to Gunja Baron by Nicki Minaj or Still I Rise by her, she's talking about people doing spell work and stuff. She even has like rants where she's talking about messages and stuff was sent to her about other rappers doing voodoo to try to affect her, actually paying people, practitioners or whatever. So this here makes sense. So he's like a part of a group of people who tries to destroy people through spiritual means. Dark. This is black magic right here. So he's into that. And with that, they definitely are with siphoning the energy of the innocent. So I mean, I don't want to get too distracted. And the Eight of Cups is here. So I feel like she could have walked away from something or someone. The Lord of Abandoned Success, or something wasn't successful. So now he's just outright attacking death. So they was doing death magic. She did say they didn't went to witch doctors to bury the Barbie. But my next video gonna go a little deeper about what that's actually talking about. I mean, my next video involving her. But let me see. I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna do a Celtic cross on her when it comes to this situation. I want to know if she's ever going to address him directly. Did she already? I don't fucking know. Is she ever gonna address DL Hugley? And what the fuck did it? Like, is he DL? What's going on? I don't think she's gonna address him directly. If she do, it's gonna be like in a distant future. I don't know. But I want to do a Celtic cross on her when it comes to this situation. Like, So, divine spirit. For the purposes of looking at things from an eagle-eyed view, and shining true light on the situation, please show us how this is affecting her. First of all, okay, the Empress. I guess it's starting now, so okay. When a card fall out for me, I'm starting. So the Empress, these cards are all but they accurate as fuck. So this is how they're showing her energy. The Empress. So it's showing her as a mother. So as a mother, somebody is nurturing, protective. Mother. Y'all know how she got sons and shit. Mother. The Empress. And this is crossed by the High Priestess. Didn't I say? The lady said she's the High Priestess. It's a song called Keys Under Palm Trees. And another song, she's like, I'm a prophetess. Sagittarius, so you know I'm an optimist. So yeah, so her ranking spiritually, and her being like a creator that people try to clone with the Empress energy is the reason a group is on our motherfucking ass. The Three of Cups is a group. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles in the past, success unfulfilled. So in the past, it does look like she was sabotaged. In the near future, okay, something said. Okay. So in the near future, it looked like the shit's getting worse before it get better. So in the near future, there are going to be more attacks on her. Probably people from her past switching on her. Probably some bad news or bad press coming out about her. The same way Dave Chappelle went from being a crackhead to being like the greatest comedian of all times as far as the media. Even though he was this even more funny before they started calling him a crackhead. But anyway, like I said, bad press, bad shit coming out about her, more attacks. With the Five of Cups. She's seeing herself as the Knight of Pentacles. So she's seeing herself. She has a plan. She's being strategic. Shows her not rushing into or out of something. She's taking her time. That's actually slow and steady wins the race. Other people are seeing her as the Two of Pentacles. People are confused. They don't know which way she's going. The Lord of Harmonious change. People are saying like she changed or whatever. Or she's crazy. Two of Pentacles. But it says Lord of Harmonious change. So, I mean, you change or you die, right? The Nine of Wands is her hopes and fears. So, she's hoping to not give up. When I'm doing general readings, this is I'll call the shots on the coach card. The song by Gunna, Don't Give Up. Like, my card is always sung to me. So, for me, this is like her, but this being her hopes and fears, her fear is that she'll be forced to give up, or that they will overwhelm her and actually weaken her or burn her out. Or her hopes is that she will survive this. This card is the Wounded Warrior, the Survival card, Sagittarius energy, the Archer sign right here. She's hoping that if she don't give up, she'll persevere. The final outcome is the Sun. So it definitely looks like she will. The Sun is one of the best cards you can get. So I do feel like her plan is going to be successful. It's some type of vindication that's happening after more slander and more sad shit. So, the Sun, before religions, people worship the Sun. So it also makes me feel like she's connected to like the true light, you know, not the false light. Hello? You know how the devil disguises itself as an angel of light, which a lot of like the fake luminaries do. But the Sun represents true light, you know, that people need to heal. But the Sun represents prosperity. This also could be talking about, I mean, she does have a son, but in the final outcome, it's prosperity, it's abundance, it's success, it's a yes answer. So this could talk about her next project, being very enlightening or something enlightening coming out, or I just feel like it's going to be a happy ending according to what the cards is talking about. So I mean, she already knows. I think she already knows that some bullshit is coming. But her energy is the Empress and the High Priestess. This is major arcana energy. 5 of Cups, that's minor arcana energy. Minor arcana energy passes quickly. And minor arcana energy is actually minor. So, and then the final outcome is major energy. The Sun. One of the best cards you can get. Literally. So it's like a point is being proven for her by a higher power or something. That's what I'm getting. I don't know how else to put it. With the 5 of Cups, I don't know if she's not going to put out her project when she said she was, but she eventually will. This might be that, or this is before her shit even come out. It's going to be more negative things, or this is her future project being sabotaged, but then she's able to be vindicated and redeem herself after that, or she's able to find joy and happiness, support in her own life. Just take it how it applies. It still just look, I'm not taking it how it applies, but I'm just trying to read it however it can be read. So what does Spirit want us to know about Nicki? Revenge in the reverse. Okay, everything they do to her is already done to them. Even if you want to talk about the Cardi situation where she attempted to talk about the whole thing that happened with her husband as a teenager. Now, like, it's very clear to people that she's with somebody who tried to essay a man last year and choked a woman last year and beat up his ex-girlfriend last year. Like, come on. Like I said, it just looks like with revenge reverse, everything that's being done is backfiring. Warrior is here. Be fearless. So it shows her being fearless and standing strong. Didn't Warrior come out of the other deck? And what's at the bottom? A witch. I told y'all. The Magician and the Hierophant reverse already came out about people doing black magic. And black magic is, okay, you know, spells, curses, and all of that, which she says she had proof of. But black magic is also the misuse of words, which is lies, slander, switching people's words up, twisting people's words, smear campaigns. The misuse of words is black magic and backfires as well. It is without question a place of mystery, whispers of power you've forgotten. Let that strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, you are magic. Yeah. So, like the idea of clones versus creators, there are some people with the natural magic, like, you know, Matilda type, and there are some people who want that for themselves. So in order for somebody to show up as you or get you to give away your power or give up on yourself, I guess the goal is to make her forget her power, for her to crawl beneath the ground or some shit. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What other, I guess, closing messages? Closing messages for the reading. Maybe I need to plan these out. Like, I don't know. Bride in a cage. Financial health. So, shows are being targeted. Ain't the lady a bride? The fake. It shows are being targeted, defensive for a reason. invisible forces. Well, invisible to the people who, I guess, are blind to it or blissfully ignorant or just want to hop on a hate train or bandwagon or things that are just behind the scenes, I guess. If it's not all that, this could just be invisible forces, invisible to normal people, targeting her, trying to box her in. You see all these laser lights and shit because they literally want that lady gone. Like gone. The next card is psychic abilities. This is that high priestess prophetess shit she been talking about for decades. And then courage. Okay, this is talking about her having the courage to roar like a lion. Pitter patter. Plan ahead, keep silent, your path desires. No eyes or ears shall see you coming, a well-deserved reveal. Hello? Pitter patter, plan ahead. That's this energy we was just talking about. Keep silent, your past desires. No eyes or ears shall see you coming, a well-deserved reveal. So, she for sure has a plan, and it's going to be a well-deserved reveal. The ceremony. The child. That could be talking about D.L. Hugley. With the whole Hierophant reverse thing, when he said he knew about it, and he doubted it to make her seem like she's crazy. That's what abusers do. People will do stuff to you, especially if they drug you or something before. If you remember, they'll act like you're crazy. Like, no, that never happened. But anyway, it was some type of ceremony that happened involving a child. I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips, a spell I'll cast for thy spirit in me. What the fuck? Or either they're doing some ceremonies to try to affect their child too. I don't know, child. Woman holding a coin. Release the old and rest. So it kind of look like she not going nowhere. She not releasing the old and not being laid to rest. The crow is reversed. That's death in the reverse. No man. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Wasn't we talking about Taurus energy? I know we was. Well, I was. And I opened up to the beloved. So yes, I always said, like, when I do readings, like on my old channel, now I'm on a new channel, I always said, like, okay, my readings are for the lovers collective. It's only two type of people in the world, lovers and haters. There are people who do shit out of hate that I just love to expose. And there's people who do shit out of love that I naturally wouldn't defend. Like, or at least, like, tell the truth about. But if the cards would have said something different than what I'm saying, I would have read what the cards is talking about. But for me, I can read people without cards. I use cards as a visual to help people see what the fuck I'm talking about. So, whatever. I guess that's the end of this reading. The next one I'm going to do is about, like, a true crime situation. So, yes, thanks for watching. Bye.